The fever's taking hold. Oh, my pulse thunders a wild heart plea. All coins flicker, they're calling to me. War shadow trembles, my senses ignite. Craving the chaos, I lose my fight. Crypto fever, it scorches my soul. All coins pull me, I lose control. I quiver with one, break every vow. FOMO's embrace consumes me now. My skin prickles with a reckless thrill. Hype siren song, it bends my will. War drums pound, my heart's ablaze. I plunge headlong in a dizzy haze. Crypto fever, it scorches my soul. All coins pull me, I lose control. I quiver with one, break every vow. FOMO's embrace consumes me now. My breath hitches, the charts explode. Desire surges down a reckless road. Every spike tempts, I shed my fear. A FOMO temptress, I draw near. Crypto fever, it scorches my soul. All coins pull me, I lose control. I quiver with one, break every vow. FOMO's embrace consumes me now. The fever's taking hold. FOMO queen, I'm lost in the flow.
Yeah. 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 Time to flex. I'm at the charts, playing my golden play. Market maker snipe, stop me out today. Sweating bullets, but I'm back with a grin. More files won't hunt me, I'm cashing that win. From the couch to the throne, I'm dodging their tricks. Turn a loss to a laugh, now I'm stacking them bricks. Stop hunt survivor, I'm breaking this scheme. Fuck you moves, living the dream. Plans on lock, I'm rising above. Stop hunt survivor, showing my love. Set the entry tight, they pull the rug quick. Lost my shirt, but my swag is still thick. Drove past a bank, flipped him the bird. More falls can't touch me, I've learned every word. Late night grind, now I'm flexing the glow. Turn the trap to a trap, watch my money flow. Stop hunt survivor, I'm breaking this scheme. Fuck you moves, living the dream. Plans on lock, I'm rising above. Stop hunt survivor, showing my love. Since stabs hit, I'm dancing on their grave. Drum roll loud, I'm the king they can't save. More falls tremble, my plans too tight. Swagger so fresh, I'm owning the night. Stop, hunt, survivor. I'm breaking their scheme. Fuck you, rules. Living the
Testing 1 2 1 2.
I told you I already did that.
Shut up, Sean.
Why you gotta be so mean?
Love you, Sean.
It's hard to resist those beautiful turkey eyes. You're lucky that... I don't know. I'm really conflicting this November about what to think of you, ROAD Dawg.
It puts the lotion on its skin, Sean.
What the hell does that even mean? It's getting very weird again, isn't it? Come on, Habib. You go do your job. I got my things to do here. I gotta go get Elvis. Oh, hell, he's in the toilet again. He didn't have another heart attack, did he? Oh, God, I hope not. Last time, he's made a big-ass mess in there.
BTC crashed on one night, 4K, trillions lost profound, trap low, see the dip, turn chaos to a throne, by the bloodbath, cheap, Q4's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin the program, but before we do, we have a ceremony that we perform here. Now, this is not an evil, wicked ceremony. No, no, no. Nothing about the Illuminati or anything like that. No, 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 no. It's just a clearing of the air. It's just recognizing that there's a few things that we do need in our life. One's a little bit of Jesus, the other's a little bit of cowbell. I like the cowbell too. Let it clear the air. Grab your dinglings and give it a pling.
What would you do if you walked into a room with flinging dinglings? Oh my God, son! What's your language? This is a family show.
Yeah, Sean, what the hell? We're talking about cowbells.
How you always flip this crap on me? Simple minds is what I would say. F you. Well, fork you. Spoon you. Oh, you promise? Oh, don't. No. Go get Elvis your stuff. Now go get Elvis. Are you ready to turn the mics on? Institutions call Q4 forecast BTC 151 8 O's 1058 reason new play trap life in the dip we steer the storm dip buyers unite wells the norm October reset dips the rocket fuel.
That is excellent questions. Do not let me forget to do this by any reason. That would be really something interesting to look at. What he's mentioning right there, just the fact of comparing these altcoins to a Bitcoin pair. Honestly, that's what every one of us should be doing, and we're not. And it shows. It shows. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the weirdest show. Wait a minute, what happened over here? How did that happen? Wait a minute, we got something weird happened over here. Oh, okay. Somebody's got me settings and made me a giant over on my screen. You don't want to see a giant me. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. Please enjoy the music while we try to fix these technical difficulties. How did you get up there, man? I mean, for real. You're huge. That's what she said. Oh, shut up. Is that about the right size? Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself.
Crypto retirement time, crypto retirement time, crypto.
Oh yeah, started with nothing, wallet bearing cold.
And here we go for real this time. Sean, hit the button.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
My apologies for the delay. Technical difficulties going on over here. And so we're streaming live here on YouTube. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with ROAD Dawg. We're streaming live on YouTube and also on pump.fum, where in order to stream on pump.fum, you have to have a coin. You have to create a meme coin. And sometimes they go up in value, and hopefully this one will too over time. But it's just kind of cool to watch it. This is the market cap is what I'm watching over here. This is us live on Pump Fun. This is me saying hello to everybody over on Pump Fun. And we've got Havens over there. I think Havens double dipping. How's it going, Haven? Good to see you. And we got a Pump Mod live. Hey. I don't know if that's a bot or a person. It looks like a bot. Hey, bot. How you doing, bot? Glad to have you here. And then, do we have it? I am tracking the price of it over here. So we're up to the market cap. I think it hold better over here. Market cap is 7.9. So we're hanging around the $8,000 market cap. Started out 6.7 and pumped up, and then I think they do that with every coin, pump them and try to dump them at first or something because of all the excitement. First coin, all that, I don't know. All my coins are still over here that I purchased when I created it. I own 21 million because anyway, we won't go into that story. Yeah, we'll just watch it and see what's going on. This is the chart on it, and in my personal opinion, we got a nice little trend line going there that we bottomed out of. You see, that little got carried over. Actually, it didn't really touch the other one. She's getting a little traction. I like that. It is getting some traction. Slowly but surely below this little red line, which if you was looking at any other coin would be the juicy period to stack up on some of it if it's going to do something with a good old target here. Up about from where we are now to our GC target area, which I guess it only behooves me to put in there. Now this is kind of weird. Now think about this. What if I'm giving these targets out? Is this like self-fulfilling prophecy? Some people say that about TA. TA is nothing but You got a long tongue. TA is nothing but self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay, is this? Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to screw this up. That wasn't it. Is this it? Ah, there we go. Okay, right button. The other one would have erased me. But if we were to get up there, what would that be? TA ain't nothing but self-fulfilling prophecies. Oh, thank you, Lost Thought, for boomeranging and hitting me in the back of the head. 46% possible gains. Now, would everybody sell there? Would it actually happen, or would it? I mean, I don't know. That's kind of weird. If ever. Hey, sell. This is weird. Anyway, getting off of this and getting over to our channel and saying hello to everybody. Hello, YouTube. Let me come over here and say hello to you guys. Hanging out here, very patient with me, getting the stream started. And we got Abe Medina, who's here first tonight. ROAD on pump.fum, not your daddy's crypto. He has a few choice words to say about Lucy. You look hot though. We're talking about the thumbnail, I guess. I got another one too. I don't know if I'll be able to use it tomorrow or not. We got Straka. How's it going, Straka? My OG there. And Joe from Trade Intuition, which is another YouTuber over here. Let's make sure that our microphone is on here. Okay, just double checking. Gosh, Joe, remember those early days when, like every other stream, my microphone was off for 20 minutes? Yeah, good times, right? Good times, good times. Joe also streams over here, giving the alpha out every day, teaching people how to trade for free, and just giving good market insight over there. If you're not following him, well, I'm asking you why. Are you square? Come on, hang out with the cool kids. I'm just saying. And we got Justin Makasek. How's it going, Justin? Good to see you. If I miss somebody in here, it's because I fight with this, and this thing is working, right? Last night this is not working again. Why? You know what? I'm just going to we're gonna have to fix this right now. I can't do without a chat box here in my main stream. Let me go grab it from the intro over here. It worked over there, right? Why are you not letting me copy? You should let me copy. Do I? Oh, here. And we're going to paste you right in here. And there we go. Yeah, now we got the chat bot back. All right, I thought we were... Wow, you're covering up everything, man. You don't have to take everything. I'm just saying. Can we see that? Is that going to be enough? That might be enough. All right, so there we go. So Joe from Trade Intuition, how's it going? Justin Makasek. Now, Justin, I saw this comment. It says Coinbase.bitcoin.link Bitcoin. This is a chart setup. I'm looking at 3 million down on the daily. I think I gotta go back to the original comment. Thinking about swapping 100 link to DOT at 8.5% APY. Would you take a look at .BTC against link BTC? Is that right? When you get a chance? Oh, this is cool. This is really a cool way to see the strengths and everything. So I'm kind of looking forward to this. I appreciate that idea, and I will get into that. We're going to get into Bitcoin. I'll go over the indices real quick because they're telling us what's happening in the days to come, most likely. And right now, I'm gonna say I'm feeling the warning signs, but I don't know that it's going to be a bad thing, or we're just kind of, it's not over yet, people, unfortunately. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of it too. I think all crypto, we're just done. We all feel like we're about done. Some people are done, but this is the worst time to be done. But it sure does make you feel like, oh man, I just, lick my wounds and all them dreams. Never going to get that Lambo. I just wanted the Matchbox one, and I can't even afford that one, the toy one. All right, Duality C, how's it going? Crypto Squid. Justin Makasek says, ROAD Dawg late night is hot, sexy late night vibes. Thank you so much. And we got Sam. How's it going, Sam? Good to see you, my man. Have mine token on Dex, lost me in 2 years. Let me do this in case you guys do have some coins and everything. I get scattered and have to come back to the chat, right? So I like to put up this little marker, if I can find it, marker in the chat. So it worked. Wow, sometimes it doesn't. Right here, submit your coin request for live analysis. Priority goes to members or super chats. But I can come back here and make sure that I get them. And if you have put them up there before, you might want to put them down here. That way that I won't skip over them. And then, of course, I can keep up with the oh, that's the wrong button. With the super chats, if any of those things come in or whatever. Are we hanging out there? We're hanging out there? I'm just saying, I'm just checking it out. Let's see. Let's kind of just hanging at the moment. Supposedly, the action is supposed to happen when you're live streaming. That's supposed to be the purpose of, I guess. I don't know. I'm still new to the pump.fum thing, so we want to just try it out. So this is kind of cool streaming to multiple platforms. It makes it a little bit more confusing here, but not too bad. All right, so here we are on this very ugly chart. Now, last night, if you remember from the show, and I try my best to post a picture over on pump.fum of it. Did we put that in we put it over here, didn't we? Hey, look. Hey, let's give a shout out to some people over here. I'm going to the vanity wall over here. And this is Board PC Guy. 15x long on Solana. 41.72% gains. Excellent, my friend. Beautiful. Well, I give the accolades. This is what we were talking about last night. It was the your ass needs to bounce here area, and then it was. Man, the reason I'm doing an earlier stream tonight is because, man, I was up all night last night, and my sleep is really just all screwed. So I've got to try to wrap things up earlier tonight and try to straighten out my sleep schedule. But lately I've been knowing it's been the freaking Aussie session that routinely wants to dump us in the middle of the night here in the U.S. Nothing against the Aussies, but there's some player over there afoul or in that time session. Or maybe it's late Asia. They're just late night. Maybe they're late. Yeah, they're night owls like me. They're waiting up in the wee morning hours, and it's coming spilling over into Aussie time. We can go with that too. Shing, get a handle on your people. Tell them to quit tanking Bitcoin. All right, so, but it did a nice little bounce, and if that wasn't enough, it was coming up, and then it came back again. The second time it came back was a little bit more, that was just a little bit more trying, and that's what we saw over here. It came back a little lower, right? And this was in the wee morning hours. And so we didn't just touch it one time. We had to come back and touch it a few hours later, making a nice W pattern, which is part of where we are right now. All right. So we got price structure, and that's what I'm looking at. She's getting tired over here. In my personal opinion, I'm not an Elliott Wave fanatic or anything, but this is Elliott Wave here, and we're in the middle of an ABC correction. So we're looking for an area of support for a higher low. How did we do over here? We didn't take out this guy, right? But we did take out the little local guys. But we got, this is a tricky area, right? And I've got this level here, and actually I probably need to readjust it, but it seems to be appropriate right now. I'm going to clear all this stuff off and get a fresh look at this chart, and so that we can get all the old stuff out, and so that we can see what's getting ready to happen for Bitcoin and how it's going to affect our altcoins, because as you can see on the daily over here, altcoins had a bad day today, baby. They woke up a little depressed and not feeling so good. So what are we supposed to do about that? Well, I tell you what I'm going to do, Pilgrim. I'm going to switch over to be my little cute gizmo. Not scare as many people here, because this face is scary. But this one's cute. I feel like I just erased everything. Yeah, you did. All right, come on over to the daily on Bitcoin. Let's make sure we got our bearing straight over here. I'm not liking a lot of this, and it does feel like distribution. It feels like they are keeping us in this little range, trying to put a little bit more Wall Street rule emphasis on how things work, in my opinion. Dampening things, maturing asset class. That's kind of cool, though. All right, I want to take you right to that candle body, too. Screw that wick. Screw that wick! But there still is this nice rounding that's going on here on the daily chart, and you can see it in the moving averages. That's what the moving averages are doing. They're showing us that momentum. So what we did effectively on the daily is come down and bounce off of our 200 moving average, and that's debatable. We do come back and touch that moving average quite often on every time frame at some point, right? That's our baseline. That's when we know if we're bullish or bearish. 200. That's kind of ground zero for us and lets us know. And the closer that we can get in on things at ground zero, if it retests it, the better we usually are. And that's what a lot of people are trying to do here. But can it go below ground zero? And it can if these other moving averages start getting too bearish over here. And you can see how they started dipping around underneath them, and drove us down a little bit more, right? I'm not convinced that our downside is over just yet, people. I believe that we're going to be coming back down to retest this trend line area, which, wait a minute. We gotta, let's go to the rules now. Oh crap, wait a minute. Let me go to a weekly. Let me get some solid lines here. It's very important to, okay, that's a body. Okay, the week. Okay, I think I did do this on the weekly. It looks a little askewed, like there's some gaps when you come down to the smaller time frames, right? When you do it on the bigger, and that one's fine. it still captures those areas. You can have a little room for adjustment and everything. All right, and here we are on the daily. So, all right, cool. So the moving averages look really good. Ichimoku Cloud and all that stuff's kind of choppy, but some of these indicators are still have got some more downside coming. They're not really giving us a little bit of signs that the downward pressure is easing up, but it's still there enough to push us down past this level that we should be holding right now. It's kind of important that we hold the levels we have right now. All right, so here is what I'm looking at. Now we're going to have I'm counting out this little wick for one of these. And actually, I don't have to do it from there. I'll be actually more accurate to do it from here. No, it's the same thing. No, I gotta do it. So we're treating this like the wick doesn't exist, and we got this juicy little area here, the 236. And I just always draw me a horizontal red line there. Can't really see it too good here. And once we get past that, then we're feeling more bullish. In other words, this is the good to buy zone, or it could be the doorway to the basement. And we don't want to go to the basement because it breaks this nice trend line that we just got here, right? If we break that trend line, it brings us down to this trend line, and that trend line goes to sub 100,000, you know, with a few little places that might catch us in between, right? Don't want that to happen at all. That would sucky suck in the most suck ass way for things that suck as such. Say that fast 5 times. However, for the move that we got here from swing low to the all-time high Bitcoin, yay, Bitcoin all-time high. That was such a wimpy price discovery. Wow, it doesn't feel manipulated at all. Like big people are taking lots of profits and driving price down. Can't blame them, though. I mean, really, can't blame them. Think about this. Target for a Bitcoin is basically 100,000 for the biggest part of the year. Can we ever get back to 100? Can we get to 100,000? And then up from there, we're at 20 and 25%. Standard big ass ETF Wall Street people, 20% is like, hell yeah, that's like, this is really awesome. It's like blowing, it's like 50x for us, all right? We feel about 50x is how they feel about 20%. So for them to routinely do this is probably going to be something we got to get used to, all right, with Bitcoin. Going up in ranges instead of just doing that. Oh my God, we're running all the way clear straight up. I mean, we can get those to get to those ranges that we eventually bounce around from, but they starting to get a little shorter and shorter, meaning we're running out of steam. The gaps to the flags lift, the gaps to the consolidation are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I know a lot of people think we're going to just have this big run up, and man, that would be cool. The only thing would do that is the lack of supply that would be suddenly realized. And maybe we do get that because, you know, Larry Fink buying up 45, or not Larry, was it Larry? Oh hell, yeah, BlackRock buying up 45,000 Bitcoin at 105,000. How convenient for them, the people that have the dirty secrets on how to manipulate everything, happen to get one of the best deals ever on Bitcoin for that, because buying it at 126 was out of the question. That was unfashionable. How can you remain a billionaire if you got such a small margin to work with? No, we got to get a discount. What would cause that discount? Anything. Various actors. We can speculate all we want, but the reality is we just got to deal with it, and that's messed up a lot of people. It's through me. It feels like I'm throwing it behind. I'm looking like, man, I mean, I was on track really good back in spring 2024, and when I keep thinking about that and look where I'm at now, I'm like, gosh darn it, that's quite a difference. Something is askew here in this plan. But I think a lot of us are doing that because of because of this crap. Now, I've heard some people say that that some people reach out to exchanges, and exchanges are doing some consolidations for some people who have stop losses and things like that. I don't know, and I still got to go over and see what the hell's going on my stuff. I mean, Considering how scattered I am, that's like, God, I don't want to revisit the pain to try to figure some of that stuff out. But for some people that lost like everything and lost a huge amounts and things like that, I mean, I was fortunate. I was very fortunate with those layered stop losses that caught. Some of them didn't, but most of them did. Crazy. All right, so we do have a trend line area to catch, and we do see it's an area that we've been doing for 110,000. Maybe that will. This 236 area, man, we need to get above that. There's also some other smaller things that we need to consider just for the local price action here. One of the other things I need to do, we did have that, right? What we did with that drop is that we came down and satisfied this 200 daily moving average and the 386 that we were looking at, man. I think we're going to 107 or one, that was the thing, the area we could come down to. And that's cool for all this over here. My only concern, I think, would be, what is it for the whole move, right? And that's where we get into some ideas of down here and touching these bigger moving averages. It happens, it happened over here. The 360 caught us. This is the daily. Yeah, I wonder why I use the 360 moving average. And, well, here's my answer. I back tested it, and it has really good results to tell me where things can bounce from. And it's not a conventional moving average. It was coming from my work back testing it, and just basing it off of, it's actually based off of time, 360. And geometry, 360 degrees. That's what it's based off of. And so I really believe WD Gann got something, because there's harmony in this. There's a frequency. I can't explain it, but the patterns, the repeated things, the harmonic trading. That's what you see me do. I'm doing my version of harmonic trading that I had to discover. And the more I discover, then I see other people have already discovered this stuff, and sometimes they looked at it a different way. But it clicks, it resonates, and I take what they have to say into consideration, and it's amazing. There is repeatable things that happen in this market, and if you can identify them, then you can use that to your advantage. And that's what I hope to share here on this channel, just what I've discovered with that, and it'll help us become a little better. So in these bigger pictures of things, if we are truly getting ready to spout off, I would be looking for a bounce off of this guy, which is rare. And just because it's rare that happens, and that this is the norm over here to come down and bounce off the 382, we got to keep in mind there's a weird possibility that could happen, but it's never happened in this whole time in this run that we've ever lost that 360. So I think we got that going with us, and we don't necessarily have to touch it, but we might. That would suck to come all the way back down. So we're hoping that this little daily candle close that we got over there, that is giving me the bottom of giving me the angle here of this trend line, is something that's viable and that will hold for us. So, and the one way that I like to check for confluence of that is to take that line and that angle and put it right up over here. And then I can see, oh, wow, that does kind of, okay, support resistance, resistance, resistance. So I'm looking at diagonal support resistance areas. That's basically what we're doing with trend lines, right? And they don't just start and end willy-nilly. They extend forever. Forever. You can track this on down, and I guess we got nothing else below there, but it was a trend line, or at some point that became an internal trend line, and strong enough that it just keeps continuing on. Think of like spider lines, if you've ever seen CryptoFace draw them, where they just keep going on and on forever, right? And then you continually see there's some kind of reaction there with price. That's oh snap! Hey, the turkey's here. I guess we'll get rid of the half there. All right, so taking these ideas into consideration here on the daily, as we try to figure out what's going on with this big bearish cross that wants to try to happen here to drive us down further. The sad thing is that we are in this bigger W. Does it look familiar? Does this look familiar? Let's try this little experiment here. No, that's the wrong experiment. I always get those confused. I don't know why. I have not done this, but it just looks... Oh snap, will you just grab the whole thing? That's what they said. Shut up. Gosh, are we on that small of a time frame to see this? Oh my gosh. Now I really feel like I'm degenning in here on these small ass time frames here. Do you see what I'm getting at? Can you see that fractal? It may not be perfect, but it's... How do you squeeze this thing? Squeeze it! Squeeze it! Squeeze it! Somebody squeeze it. Oh my God, it needs a squeezing. Can somebody help me? Help me. Somebody squeeze my lines. Somebody just grab that thing and squeeze it. Make it smaller. It's too big. What she said. Shut up, Sean. All right. Now we lost it. How can I ever prove a point if you're going to keep doing all this stupid stuff? Come on now. Work with me, TradingView. See this? Okay, that looks... I'm just going to put it over here. And it's going to be a giant because we're going to zoom in on this one. But do you see the kind of thing that we got going? Hey, would this work? The kind of price structure that we got going on over here. This is your Elliott wave, all that crappy crap. Yeah, you kind of see the resemblance there. Well, we got something kind of like that going on here. Hopefully, it's just smaller, smaller. And what we're kind of really hoping for is that this is that little wave, and maybe we can get above this area. That would be awesome. This is actually making me feel a little bit better, but I'm also kind of seeing this almost as where we are right now, meaning that we might already be there. The way these wave count things go. So we see this stuff keep repeating, and it drops. And I would say the response that we get from what we see here will probably echo the response that we get on that bigger time frame. This was a fractal of that bigger time frame we came from. And that's just another little partial warning that might be here. I'm not saying that we're going to drop like a rock. I don't see why we would. But there's some signs. There might be something else. There might be another black swan event coming on here. Hopefully not. Hopefully we will know here in a little bit. But I'm just giving you some warning signs. And I backed off from. I mean, I was really trying to go heavy over here, right? And then we started hitting the walls of resistance, and we got all these notices and FUDs about shorts coming out, which scared the market. And I don't think that's going on now. There was a report in the trading group by someone that that short was canceled. I hope that it was, but there's still a possibility of doing one of the. I got to tell you, I don't like this guy, and I put it over into. I could just go ahead and draw it here. I put this over into the trading group last night, and it says there's any one pattern that I've seen show up more than anything else that's been like a death angel has been this shape here, where we on total 3 before we had our big drop 2 years ago. Then I didn't listen to it because this was like one of the first times I really started paying attention to it, and I was like, huh, that looks like one of those little guys. And what's it gonna do? If I knew then what I know now, I would have ran like hell as soon as we broke certain levels or even started doing this little guy. But it looks like this. You know how you got your regular, you got your head and shoulders, which looks like a mountain range, right? With a little stream coming through and horses on the hill and all this other stuff, and maybe a tree or two coming off of it. We're doing the Bob Ross TA hour here, ladies and gentlemen. You ought to get it here on the Crypto Turkey Show. But it's not, man. This is like I think I finally figured it out. I think if you flip it upside down, It looked like I don't know. Never mind. That might be too racy. All right. But you could say it kind of looks like a bat pattern, right? But these little guys have a tendency of doing hard. And what I found that these are is a form of triple top, according to Thomas Bukowski, a form of it. But it still looks evil, menacing, and I don't like it. And at the time, it's easy to get a lot of people enticed because they're trapping everybody right here. That's essentially what's happened. It is purposely for the flag to the upside mentality that is one of the most basic things that is taught in crypto. But the flag to the upside doesn't happen. Well, I mean, it looks like it's happening, right? But there's a lower low or even a higher high sometimes, and then it loses it. And here we come back down. And they're kind of nasty. They got the measure move is from wick to wick, and sometimes there's wicks go extensive here, and it can go kind of nasty. I don't like that, but could you say? I'm looking to make sure I'm not missing something here. So anytime I see these little guys and we get just a little higher high, and then we start losing crap. No, I don't want to ride that pony again. That pony was no fun. That pony took my money. And no more. So again, zooming out. This if you're looking at Elliott wave here, it seems like we got a lot more waves than what Elliott would normally count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How'd that happen? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's true, this is your 5th wave, right? And Elliott, what do you say? All right, so looking on the bigger time frame, and this is Elliott, who back here was saying, oh my God, he says we're going to bounce. Elliott, I hope you're right. By God, he was right. He actually did it on a smaller thing here that got us up there, right? I forgot. Sometimes Elliott surprises me. And amazing, your other target does come down near to this trend line. That's at 94 and that's at 100. I don't know of anything that would take us down there. I hope that we do not. But there's a possibility, because not only do you have 5 waves according to this Elliott indicator dude, and yeah, I can see it on the bigger thing, but you also got it on this little local thing. So it makes no sense for me to say that we've topped in the market. I don't believe that, but maybe Wall Street believes that. And here's where I think that they will get this wrong. And it has to do with the 4-year cycle and the depletion of Bitcoin being mined every day. That's just going to catch up with as much as they've been buying. I'm sorry. And then other people are coming on it. If it goes lower, they're going to be buying it up. I don't see how this can be sustainable. So maybe they try to drive, I don't know, I'm just speculating, but what if they try to drive things down as much as they can when everybody expects it to go up, flushes everybody out, and then they come and do what they do? So, and I'm not trying to be a bear at all. I'm just trying to be because Bitcoin's going to keep going up. It is. It's always, and it's going to far surpass this area that it's at. And I recommend that you try your best to hold on to all the Bitcoin that you can get, and don't put it at risk, because mine's at risk and I don't like it at all. So I'm really working on getting some stashed away that's not at risk, even at these prices. Because you want it, you needs it, because I've proven, not just in our paper trading account over here, that Bitcoin was the right way to go. Also in my little iTrust retirement thing, which I got links to in the descriptions on the YouTube. But that was a good test run for me too, because that one's still almost quadrupled from where we were when I started putting into it. And I had some altcoins that didn't do any good, but most of it was Bitcoin, and it still got between a 3 and 4x from where it is right now. you can't say that about our altcoin portfolios. I can say that they're down about 80%, and it looks sickening to me. It makes me want to vomit when I go back and look at my altcoins, and where even over 2 years ago, they look like they were at decent prices to buy, and we just wiped all that stuff out this year. So we do a lot of altcoin degen stuff over here on this channel, and I do like small market cap coins and things like that. And we've looked at our fair share of memes and things like that, but we understand what some of those things are. Like even ROAD, this coin over here, as soon as this stream isn't on over here for whatever reason, I mean, I plan to keep on streaming and everything, but as soon as whatever happens over here, the hype goes away from all of these coins and they die out unless they kind of graduate and are caught up by some, other exchanges and things like that. But still, they will die out. Think of all your meme coins now that you're like, dang, I'd like to buy more, but I don't have any more money to buy more with. I can't sell anything to buy them with that ain't already down. But I think we will start seeing a gradual shift to where the more value is. There's more and more talk of generating on Wall Street side of AI and blockchain. That's a real thing. And those are the projects I really think, seriously, that we should be trying to degen into. They are not going to be the decentralized projects that we've been used to in the past. But we're going to have to dilly-dabble over there if you want to get in early enough to take advantage of some of those things, because it will be stacked against the majority of the people still. But we'll start seeing them leak out as they come, and I think Gator's actually ran across several of them, and so shout out to Gator for some of the coins that he's been bringing our attention lately. And now I've been talking 46 minutes. I haven't even got to the first damn altcoin, and I'm so sorry. I normally just, I want to come on here and find things, but we got to look and see what this market's doing, because it's not just Bitcoin, but it also applies, to our altcoins here, right? And we're also fifth wave, according to you, double fives, however you want to look at it. That means this is an A, B, C. Correction. That means there's another leg down, probably not as low as it went here, but you can make an argument to come to the 200 moving average for any asset at any time. And Uptober, will this be the first Uptober that feels kind of weird? Because we would expect near this time, we're at mid-level. Now, it does get the feeling shaky here a lot of times in October until the Halloween effect. But toward the end and going into around the 1st of November is usually when we've had those pumps. And we do have these times where it feels doom and gloom before the big run, but it just feels so tricky, doesn't it? It just feels so tricky when you know this is the time, this is the season, and the market just like, I don't care, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want to right now. Yeah. And there we go. 24 people hanging out. I do appreciate you for hanging out here. I'm going to come back to the chat. We'll get back on topic here. I just wanted to give my thoughts on Bitcoin, but let me come down first to the smaller time frames so that we can kind of navigate what might be happening over the next few days. Now, we would hope that we're actually going to get another wave up here, right? On like the bigger time frames, the 4 hours, which I think is important, because you got to zoom out. Looking at them small ones, they looking kind of nasty. This one ain't looking so happy itself, but we do have a little bit more area to go for right here, right? The thing that I'm concerned about, I would say, is, I don't think we're quite holding our 0.5 area over here. Elliot, you need to go take a break. Elliot, I'm just saying. Go get Elvis.
For those of you out there that hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Swing hard. I'm going to do this two different ways. I'm going to come down to here and ignore that wick. And by that standard, it is this guy here that we need to get above, and we didn't. Okay, that was a rejection, and it leads to a possibility if this. Okay, so the idea is this is a 5-wave A, B, C. That's the guy that takes us down to these areas. This is total market cap. I was looking at Bitcoin, but this is altcoins. Okay, so that's one idea. All right, The other idea is that we're trying to push up one more time, but even then it could be an ABC, right? If you ever get rejected the 618, that wouldn't be as bad, but we got rejected here. I don't know. Let's see. So we look at it from that way. We know we're in a rising channel and they're bearish, and we know that we got resistance up ahead right here. So we're in a little squeeze, and that could be good, could be bad. Ichimoku Cloud's not giving me any idea, just telling me we're in chop weather. Good things are the bigger moving averages, though, here on the 4 hour. We came and tested that one. I see the possibility of this sticking for altcoins over the next, going into the weekend. We got this. Okay, so I'm going to call that, I want to start doing this. Altcoin should be good. What is today? Should be decent. I'll put decent. What? Oh man, I'm losing track of what. Today's Tuesday, right? I think we're going. Should be decent going into the weekend. Going into the weekend. So they look like they're trying to hold, but they're not looking very excited. So I think that they should be pretty decent going into the weekend, and we should be looking for at least one move more back up. Whether it double tops here, and then I don't want to see that idea. We got to get out of this trend line area here, and that's not even the best one, but that takes it even from the steeper angle. You still got other areas of resistance. A resistance up here. That's actually probably where it would be trying to go to. Let me just leave that one there. But on short term, we want to see a break from here, right? We want to see at least go up there. So I want to make this guy dotted, so we give him some room to go through. I don't want to block his passage and make him say, "It's your fault. You put a line up. I couldn't go past it, ROAD Dawg," because they will, the little bastards. Anyway, I don't like the way those moving averages are going down. So I am seeing a little bullishness out of our altcoins, okay? A little bullishness. So what would make the altcoins bullish? Well, I would say that our Bitcoin dominance is coming into effect there. So let's go take a look at Bitcoin dominance here on the 4 hour. And it does want to be coming down. Should do be wanting to come down a little bit on the 4 hour. What do you look like on the daily? The daily. Okay. Now this is interesting. That's a bear's cry. This is Ma MacD. How you looking on the weekly over here, though? Oh, that's she's tired. She's tired. Partied too hard a little bit. Taking a nap. May just fall off to sleep and come on roam down. But okay, keep her eyes on that. Maybe not as strong on that, right? But the daily is telling us that Bitcoin dominance wants to go down. Okay, so what that means, ladies and gentlemen, if Bitcoin dominance is wanting to come down, then that means that altcoins are wanting to get a little frisky. Because the more she comes down, the more frisky they get. I just don't know that I trust you too much over here with the Ichimoku Cloud. Looks like you want to try to put a fast one on this Bitcoin dominance. You got to tell me something over here. Oh, did I move something? All right, so that tells me she's going to be tricky. Don't be tricky for me. You think you're going to come down here and just play with me? You trying to bounce on me? What do the fibs say? Not enough. I mean, they're there. What do they say this way? More of the moving averages in Ichimoku Cloud. Okay, I'm not trusting Bitcoin dominance to be failing here. It did make a higher high. And it's not yet broken this trend line, which is that's kind of suspect. The real one that it did break was this guy. That's the one that should make bigger. 25 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. You will get to something more fun, but this is where all the magic happens, though, people. It's looking at this stuff. This is how we kind of forecast what might be coming our way here. Areas of support here, maybe. Moving averages look good, but we've been coming down and testing them, and we could come down and test it just a wee little bit more over here on Bitcoin Dominant. That would be good. That would be good for altcoins. Break that. But the problem is our smaller moving averages, which control the smaller time frames, are kind of bullish. So how the hell are you going to pull that off, Bitcoin Dominance? You going to go up and altcoins going to go up? That don't happen at the same time. So I predict that they're going to run us up with altcoins toward the weekend and then slam them down on us at some point soon. Is kind of what I'm getting here. Is we can see this come down and then suddenly it's want to spike the F up as it breaks trend line here. So one more push down for Bitcoin Dominance gives us a push up for altcoins, and then this bounces. This kind of looks like what could happen here. All right. And I see chop, people. I see chop for about the next week. I hope I'm wrong. And let me come back over to you and come down even smaller. Here we are right now, 2-hour time frame. Now you would argue that maybe we made a double bottom here, trying to, but we haven't confirmed it until we get past this level, and we haven't. And that's where the news about the person coming out and shorting again or whatever, insider or something. And it might be just FUD to let the gains begin, right? We still got that fractal. I do see it just makes sense to me that we would be coming down. We got the 9 moving average there. So what we would want to see is a bounce off of the 382. If we're going to be bullish and pop up, we want to see it respect that area. Okay. I don't even want to see the 0.5. It's got to be this one for me. If we bounce here, we got another good move coming, and then we could probably try to take this guy out again at 115. But right now we've been having trouble over here at 113 and can't get past our neat little areas. So the charts are telling me let's come down to the smaller time frames and see how real they come up here. That we need to pay attention to here. But now this one's telling me something a little bit different. This one's telling me, yeah, I'm not buying it over here. That's where we would want it to go to, but I'm seeing another drop down here. Why would you do that? I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it, but I'm afraid that we might be seeing. I'm afraid we might see this. Please. All right. Please bounce here to level. And that has a lot to do more with this double top scenario here that we got going on. That kind of takes us down to these areas too. You see we also have a measure move for that. That would be part of the possible ABC that we might be working on here, depending on. So we got a couple of little ideas going on, but I don't ever want to neglect these trend lines, right? You see this stuff develop as we come down and start looking at it. There's an idea there. I don't see the angle I'm looking for being respected as much, so I'm not going to go as heavy with that idea. But that would be another possibility, a little hopium idea to identify which one of these little fibbies. You're saying a 0.5? You think you might? I mean, okay. With that, I mean, 0.5 makes sense with this support area over here. The cloud is is one of the things too, right? That's why I got the cloud over here. It's big, fat, and green. It's ready to suck us in and spit us down. But the trend line is telling us that we've got a little zone over here. It is really actually pointing toward the 0.5. is this? I feel like you have to squeeze your, but they do this. So I'm just going to check a little idea here. Sometimes you have to squeeze your eyeballs to see what these, yeah.
Hustling trades with a pizza box, genius on the couch, boob gazing at the gym, slipped into a slouch, good score, flipped a Doge coin for a steak feast, good peak, caught a glimpse, tripped over a beast, bad crash, market tanks, I'm eating ramen tears, bad stare, bouncer boots me out, deaf to my cheers, think I'm a wizard, bragging by my flair, over my ego, let it
All right, let's see what we can get here. There's a big cloud. I'm kind of concerned. We got a nice little candle that I hope that you do a breakout or something like that. There's just resistance over here about 113 again, that little area that we just lost there. If this is going to do something positive, we needed to get past its 0.5, which is at that 113 area right here. So this is resistance ahead if we are going up. Let's just go ahead and get that taken care of. And then if we especially if we can't, I'd be looking down, but I'm not yet. The trend lines are telling me over here, the pattern, that little harmonic patterns yet. I'm not familiar enough with their versions of that. I just know mine, and at worst, I would be looking for here, and there is something over here. I just don't know. I can't swear that we're going here yet. I hope we don't. We need to get higher highs and higher lows. That's the big thing we need. That's what we need in this price structure. And if it wants to do this, if it's trying to, we can take this idea now, since we are getting that candle, and we can try to apply this idea. All right, so if we are trying to bounce here, that's a good sign, but it's got to work through it here. So, okay. In that idea, then that means this is, we still got one more wave to go. And if we do that, we should start be looking up here in these areas about 114, 115. But we really got to start working on this guy. I don't know that it will have the strength to go up there. All right. So maybe here on this is just a 15. This can change. This still has a lot of weight there. We'll keep our eye on Bitcoin here, but I can see the argument that maybe this is, yeah, we got one more little bump up. Elliot, can you see that? Are you still on your ABC your correction thingy on this time frame? Elliot has no comment. He abandoned ship. Him and Elvis are out there snorting peanut butter and jelly and bacon butter sandwiches and stuff. I know what you do. I don't know why, but you guys are weird. Elliot has no comment at the moment. Let me come back over to the chat, and because I'm pretty much done there. I'm gonna say be cautious. Make sure you set your stops, because I don't trust them not to do something a little sneaky again. Not as bad as before, I don't think, but just be cautious. There's shaky weather. There's still shaky weather ahead. John Gregory says, how's Bitcoin down, but Bitcoin's mining stocks are running? I wish I had an answer for you, but my knowledge is not that extensive. I would say that they did a lot of selling of Bitcoin at some of them higher prices. That might have been where some of that Bitcoin come that was borrowed to short the market, in other words. Don't ever know what's going on under, but they would, but I would say that there's probably some good earning reports or something, or something that makes people think, oh, well, they're actually making money. They only make money when they sell Bitcoin, right? Or the AI stuff. They're starting to do the AI stuff too. You ever try bots? Actually, that's yeah. I did that because I couldn't trade, right? Oh crap! I got this thing on the screen. Sorry, guys. The cheat sheet thing. I do that from time to time. It's a good thing to see, though. Let it burn in your brain. Ryan Butler says, channel for life. We adapt. Lol. So bots, yeah, that's how I got started. And here I did this so ass backwards, man. Instead of learning technical analysis and taking the time to do what I actually fell in love with it once I started doing it. I didn't want to have anything to do with it because it looked like calculus, and I was like, I don't know, my head hurts looking at it. No math. And they always make it. You always think that the Wall Street people must be really, really good at math, right? And they have a mathematical brain. And hell no. And when it comes to geometry is a form of math. Now that's visual, and the artistic side of me, I guess kind of identifies with that, but that's different. The bots, I started out with I got one called Gunbot, and I still got it, and I've been wanting to crank it back up again. I haven't done it. But I wanted one, and back in the day, everybody wants a damn subscription for everything, right? $99 a month for this or that and everything, until you're just subscribed to death and just being leached out, and that's why I hate subscription models. But everyone that you could find had big descriptions, but I finally found one you could actually purchase. So I purchased one for about 0.02 Bitcoin, which is expensive as hell now. And they're still around, and I still want to crank it up, but it was programmable. So, and they had strategies, and I didn't understand any of that damn stuff. I'm just saying, what do you suggest? Okay, let's try that. Okay, I got to tweak something, and I had to go in and tweak. So I had to start learning how to program the little thing. And that's where I started learning about all the indicators and stuff, right? And piecing things together. But a lot of that stuff that I went through that I didn't understand at the time, now that I have learned TA and what market structure looks like and everything, has been really helpful for me to read indicators and know which ones interact and work well together. Because you had to program your bot, man. You had to program it to buy at certain areas, and you would use your indicators to do that. And if you put too many on there, you lessen your chances for it to actually make the move in some of the strategies, right? So yeah, you could build your own and everything like that, and it was really cool. It was an educational experience. But a lot of the little movement, a lot of the indicators like RSI and stochastics and even moving a lot of these little tricks that I do know come from some of the stuff I learned from those real cool bot people who obviously they did know how to do TA and I didn't. I was the dumb one in the room. They said it would work better if you knew how to use TA, but they also had some strategies that this was kind of just let the bot go, baby. Just let it make you some money. Just chill. They had that, and that was a cool version. But I didn't want grid bots, right? And that's the biggest thing. You've always seen grid bots, and that's where you're trading all these little levels and stuff. And I didn't do good. It works kind of like I used it in spot margin strategy. I use something kind of like that too, trading those levels, and we go over it called the hourglass thing. It's a little bit different. But yeah, bots are pretty cool. In fact, you see some of your morning YouTubers refer to their bots to see if they made a buy or not, so if they know where to jump in. I'm just saying, you see them flip over to that bot every once in a while. Like I say, I'm going to buy. We'll be in the bot that we agreed this was the best time to buy. I think it's funny. But bots, I mean, yeah, sometimes they'll see an entry that I wouldn't have saw at that time. They can be cool. I used to be the guy I used to hate when I'd see people draw lines like this. I was like, that don't tell me nothing, but it really does. Yeah, if you break the trend line to the right side, then you're doing good. If you break one of them, breaking any trend line is bad, and wherever it was is going to be resistant. So you see, we're going to have a resistant trend here. Let's know, Bitcoin, can we go back up here and retest 114? I hope so. You're at 112. 800 at the moment. Nice bounce. Nice breakout. All right, so my thumbnail is leaning a little bearish, and I was seeing I just see some chop, people. But hopefully, unless we come up and roll over, that's the possibility. If we can actually break out of this guy, we might be working on our next, I wouldn't call it a big wave. It could be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, because this could have been it right here. And in fact, just to remind you, that's what Elliot thinks. This is A, B, C. If that's true, Elliot, A, B, C, then we're starting again, right? I'm going to have to change my thumbnail, I think. We're not that bullish. We're not that bullish, right? Are you flip-flopping, ROAD Dawg? I'm just reading what I got. There is hopium. There is hopium. And I'm seeing more resistance more up here. Short term. So you gotta give, okay, on the 4 hour main time to be looking at this, and let's get rid of some of this silly stuff here. The 21 and the 9 that's trying to cross, but if we can get a good move up there, we can make it just do a U-turn instead of crossing bearish. Does that make sense? If we get a nice push in volume here, we've been having a little rising price with falling volume, and that's also a concern. But there's a chance that here on the next few hours, the next, I would say, 8 to 12 hours, we can just get a nice push up and reclaim this area right here. It's really all this 50 moving average right here, or this 50% Fibonacci. That's really our make or break area right here. I need to put you a different color or something. That one, get above it, and then we can recover. I can see that, but roll over, and then that's where we're starting to look possibly even down here. So that's what we're looking at, in my personal opinion on Bitcoin. Let me just go ahead and I'm done with Bitcoin, I promise. I just want to solidify my thoughts process there. We've got a chance to do it. One more nice big wave, 114. She looks like she might want to be trying to do it. Or did you cross? 36 minute here. It's weak. It's weak AF right here, but it did reclaim the 9 did go over the 50. That's, you got to count it. Tick the box off. That's a bullish sign. I take it. And we got a trend line to possible bounce off. So, man, I hope so. I hope that was the end of your little minor correction here, Bitcoin. And if there is some news of that short not being, I think more people will be a little bit more comfortable to try to be getting in here, especially if we do get past this area at 113. All right, so that's my spell on that. Now, okay, so that's good. Now, if Bitcoin does that, that means altcoins could take off. Now, we saw in total 3 a little bit. It looked like altcoins could have a good week going. Okay, so this is starting to make a little bit more sense now. This is how I figure out the market, people. Sometimes it gets a little sloppy, but you get to see how it actually goes out inside my head right here. And when my mentor would do that with his weekly screen shares, that's what helped me really to start wrapping my head around how this market worked. So that's what I hope to kind of share, and I hope it's not boring or anything like that, because sometimes I feel that it is, because we've been a freaking hour and 12 minutes and I just want an hour show and I can't do it. Why is STX crap? I mean, stacks, why is it down so low? Let me tell you my thoughts on stacks. I want all I can get as cheap as I can get it, because what I've found that if I stake it, it pays me in Bitcoin, and that's one of the ways that I'm stacking Bitcoin right now. Especially as much as my Bitcoin's been attacked, I really appreciate that, and it's outperformed itself from what I invested in it in returns on Bitcoin. So it may not give you, like, it probably will never see $14 or anything like that, but if you take it and you use it, I have found that one, if there's any coin that I wanted to hold during the bear market, it would be stacks, because it's basically at its bear market prices right now at 40 something cents, right? But I kid you, it's just like if you listen, you can go and get a Bitcoin miner, because I did that too, right? And spend all the electricity and blow your fuses and all that stuff, because they're energy hogs for a home, and you're paying $10,000 for a decent machine to earn what you could be earning stacking stacks for real. The payout that you get from a miner is, I mean, it's sickening. It pretty much takes you years and years to recover your initial investment there. On those machines, and a lot can happen in between, such as fire. What happened to mine? Fire, and it didn't catch on fire, but it got killed in a fire. But I found the rewards to be pretty good with stacks. Take a look at it. $0.47. I mean, hell yeah. I had a dream about this one last cycle. I don't know. It almost felt like a prophetic dream or anything, but it's not like I was walking really close to God or anything at that time. But it was that symbol, the symbol for stacks, and it stuck out at me like I need to get some of this. And I didn't really. I played with it a little bit, but this cycle, since I've looked into it more, I think I understand it better. I'm like, yeah, it's a good one if you use it. Because it's a layer 2, and I think this layer 2 Bitcoin stuff is going to take off. I don't think everything. I mean, Wall Street, I've always said that what they're going to be looking for is Ethereum, right? And Ethereum base. That's one of the first places they're going to start focusing on and building, because that's where all the money went back in the day. There's a lot of old money in there too, and they've already got accustomed to that, and it's proven. And so a lot of them are, and you think they're going to use Matic and all these other layer 2s, decentralized layer 2s, but they're like, screw that, we'll build our own. Hey, we can make our own layer 2, and we can get all the little proceeds from it. Yeah! And we can control everybody. Yeah, we don't need all that stuff. We ain't got no control over everybody. So they get their own little layer 2s and all their little dApps and enticing things that will be offered on those very centralized blockchains that they're going to be running. They're not going to come. They're not fully coming over. They're just trying to hybridize and bastardize what the decentralized cyberpunks and all that have done. And cool thing is, all that stuff will still be there and still evolve, kind of like open source software, which it is, and all that stuff. And, you know, I mean, think of your 3D printers and stuff like that. Everybody, they share, it's open source, and any new designs and stuff like that, versus the 3D printer companies, which have some much cooler products and easier and, impressive results. You can get really good stuff decentralized too, but it takes a lot more effort. And they make it look so sweet. Therefore, they get a lot more of the money and attention, right? Oh, I think, would you go down? You went down to 20 cents. I would have loved to have got some of that. When was this over here? This went down to 29 cents? Oh, this was recently. You went down? Did I get some? Did I get some more? I'm starting to lose track of everything now, time and dates, and trading this market is wearing me out. That was a nice little fake out right there. You see what happened? Isn't that cool? You got a nice little trend line. You got people saying, look, head and shoulder to the upside. And I would never see that. I mean, you can see it, but it doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's applied correctly. And clearly it was, it didn't help in this situation, did it? But it did set up for a nice little fake out, a nice little trap there. A nice little trap here. And that's why you'll have some people that will be more conservative and wait for some of those levels. And sometimes I'm doing that right now, okay? With when they start getting all tricky in their price actions, right? I hate it when they do stuff like that. That sucks. And actually, you've been looking at that as like it's a falling wedge. 68% chance it breaks to the upside. Look, shoulder, head. Well, I mean, this is legit. The shoulder, head, and shoulder, that's a bunch of bullcrap. But the falling wedge is legit. It breaking here? Oh, man. I hope you're bouncing here. But you already dropped your biggest drop. I hope I got... This was recent. I hope I got some more of that. I was looking at my stacks. I bought some stacks over... I don't know if I got it that... I didn't get it that cheap, though. I've been trying to snag some of it since it was down because, like I said, the APR on it, STX. Let's take a look at the coin itself. So 47 cents right now, $849 billion market cap. I wish they would tell you what the all-time high market cap was. I wish they would tell me that. Because that's really what I want to know, how high that this market cap got in the past. That's the information I really want. They don't make it easy to find that. You have to you can come over and chart it though. And I guess we go to, oh no, not log. I don't want log. I don't like log. So it got up to, what is that? This was that was 2024. It got up to a $5.2 billion market cap. Yeah. In spring, when we had an altcoin rally. That was an altcoin season. I guess in retrospect, that's the closest thing we've had to altcoin season. I guess Might as well. It wasn't really according to Bitcoin dominance. It was just a rally. That was just a rally. Compared to past cycle, that was just a rally. It was nice though. And then everything gave it back. But it went to 5 point something billion and is sitting here at less than 1 billion. It can do it. All-time high was $3.86 a year ago. All-time low was 5 years ago. It's 4 cents. Oh man! And I wish I'd snagged a bunch of it up. But I knew I got paid in Bitcoin to stack it or to stake it, and I do it through the here. Okay, stacking is that what they're calling stacking? So you get 7% reward, and you get rewarded in Bitcoin. Lifetime Bitcoin rewards was 3,600 Bitcoin. Own and temporary lock stacks native currency and support the network security consensus. As a reward, you earn Bitcoin. And sometimes I'm like, this is it's not like you're making a killing, but you're getting steady Bitcoin payments, and so they can vary. They can get bigger or normal, but never tiny, but decent, right? So that's why I like stacks. So I know the price action seems kind of sucky, but considering that it will earn you Bitcoin, I consider it a gift horse at this price, and that's just my personal opinion on it, because it's not going to be this price very long at all, according to what we got going on over here. And that one's saying this little puppy is about to set sail. That's a type 2 return. She's getting ready to pop off, in my personal opinion. I don't know what this is because I'm still trying to figure. I got a cheat sheet. Let me get my cheat sheet over here for these guys. My fib stuff goes in harmony with this because, well, or we can do it my way or your way. I feel like when it comes to what I've learned about fib, I had to dig for all the stuff that I learned on fibs and study from books and other places and dig up sources to figure it out, because there was no reliable places I found. But if you ever, that homegrown knowing, like if you come from, I don't know, I come from a small place. That's an 8-8. Okay, then no, you're not from there anyway. But you ever, I don't know, I come from, older generations and things like that, and back in the country in Tennessee, and there would just be common sense smarts, or I guess they just call it common knowledge or whatever. How things are done, the old timers to show you it's done this way, and there you get or things about things. You just pick up things, and then you go to college, and then you start studying, and then you learn, there's somebody that got famous by, they just put a name to that and call it a discovery. It's like this common knowledge for everybody else that, well, that's what this is, or that's what that does, or something, and like somebody wrote a paper on it and put their name to it, and like, that we have this effect by the Bolin effect or something crazy. I don't know. It just feels like that. Like somebody just labeled something that everybody just kind of already knew already. Common sense. Especially in social sciences. Very true in social sciences, I find. I'm trying to figure out how to read you, baby. If I read you like this, yeah. Where we high to low here, and then we came back up, and then we came down, and our negative 0.0113 Fibonacci retracement. Cheater sheets. My harmonic system's kind of different from others, but it's there. It's solid. It's just, I think it's easier because that tool is confusing. I'm sorry, but your little tool's confusing, dude. So now we got this, and now we come down to the bottom, and we'll put you there. All harmonic means is that there's routine patterns. There are certain ways that the price routinely interacts with these fib levels, and if it has a certain reaction at one, it kind of puts a higher probability to have a certain reaction with another one, and it's based on the fibs and also the concept of measure moves. It's actually not that it doesn't have to be that complicated, but you can almost get a cookie cutter system from it, right? And that's why I think it would be something easy for somebody that's not, looking for a system to trade or to try something, and especially good for swing trading. It's just good at finding pivot targets. It's good at finding those little places that you can take some decent profit after you get in, right? Because right up here, this target's 114%, and we have a good probability coming up here. Now we can eyeball it and kind of guess at where we can go and draw a line, and we might be off by a little bit, this and that, because we eyeballed it. But there's something very mathematical about the Fibonacci, because it is mathematical. It's a 100% scale, and then we can get the proportions, the ratios, just the right spot on. And if it doesn't hit it, it tells me something too. Where if I just drew a line and eyeballed it, I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, it just didn't hit it. It tried. We came close. Almost got it. But if you're buying stacks and you're looking for some good places to get this and where to take a little profit, if you're not staking it and then in Bitcoin, which is, I'm telling you, man, okay, consider that in a few months that it could be at 190 or even $1, and here it is at 47 cents. I'm just saying, if you're a juicy bottom buyer, after it broke that falling wedge, not to the upside but to the downside, you're in prime picking area for this one. That's just my take on it. God, look at you in a big falling wedge, and she tells you that we got this whole little range all the way up to 182 to play with. That whole range up there to play with over the next few months. And that whole little range from where we are right now is giving you a possible turning $100 into $350. And so I kind of like it. Stacks. Let me come over and check the chat here. Ave Manuel says Irene had a good price future expectations, so miners value went up. My Clean Spark and Mara bags is hot and Bitcoin is down. The irony. I'd like to see that. I was in Clean Spark for a while, but I think I sold it for something else. I did. I put mine into one that Jim Derringer mentioned, which was it was a rare earth minerals company, and it took it a while to get going, right? But I got in at $4. Now it's up to 14. It's just like a steady ride, and I'm like, man, that is honestly, I think the Wall Street market is just better than what we've been going through, the hell we've been going through in the past few years of crypto, because they just get steady growth most of the time. And don't have to worry about a lot of these games and all this volatility and stuff like we do with altcoins. They're steady gains, kind of like the coin Jupiter JLP, like that one. Jupiter Perps. Wall Street just does like it just keeps going up. It's just steady. I mean, there's pullback, there's little bitty things, but it just keeps going up and up and up and up, just always going up and up and up. And that's what, like, some of the stocks I got into on Wall Street through Jim and what he said. That's the experience I've got there. And then when you look over onto the SPX, I mean, this represents, that's what they're all doing. They're just steadily growing. Pull back here, more than likely we'll recover because we're getting ready to turn on the money printer. And what we got to deal with everybody trying to steal Bitcoin, flushing the market out, and then everybody gets scared with the altcoins. Nobody loves them, and altcoins are ruined, right? That's our experience. And Wall Street's just over here cleaning the F up. I know, because that account's doing pretty good, and my crypto is sucking. And I'm like, I should have just went over there. I would have been better off just to stayed over there. The only one that's really sucking right now is MicroStrategies, and I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I'm just going to look. Okay, they got it tokenized over here on Pith. I'm just going to pull that up. $300. You're like, Bitcoin is like 100 something. Ever since Bitcoin started getting, it did good over here, got to $500, even rallied back up to $450, and I was trying to sell, and then she just quit. I was going to sell. I thought we were going to be coming up, so I was going to sell into it, and she didn't get very far, so I didn't get to do much selling before. I was like, oh crap. Up until recently, whatever they changed when they started going with those different offerings and stuff, it just sucked the life out of this. I don't know what the hell's up, but I don't like it anymore. However, Tesla, the one that everybody hated. Oh my God, Tesla stock's at 265. It makes me feel so good in the morning when I look at my phone. To see that, says Tim Walls. What I want to do when I need a little lift, I look on my phone every morning and see Tesla. It's down to 265 and dropping. And I'm like, well, it's at 429 now, bitch. Look at this nice little price structure here with this nice rounding possibilities here. I would love for them to do another stock split or something like that. That would be awesome. I like stock splits. You don't get that in crypto. You get airdrops every once in a while, but then everybody sells them off. They ain't worth crap. But in the real world, you get stocks. Baby, where you headed? We're headed toward 503. Yeah, well, that's then our next one is right here at 608. Oh my God, Tesla, are you getting ready? I need to just get the hell out of MicroStrategies and go to Tesla. And that's what James Investment does. He switches off between the two. And from Invest Answers, I need to check him out. He probably did it at the most perfect time, and I'm just now thinking about it. It's because I don't ever check the charts on it. All right, ladies, I'm sorry, I'm getting off on it. I'm getting off everywhere over here. Let's take a look at this coin. We looked at this last night, and I said, hey man, this is a good chance to get in on this one. And that was. Did you really? Did you really? I mean, yes, baby, you go. I mean, it's not as good as getting in at 20 cents when I don't know who got in there, but gee, aren't they happy? They did it right. I didn't even know what the hell this one was until it was in about $2 and whatever, and I didn't think it. I had no idea it was going up this high. Tokenomics don't make sense for it, I don't believe. But she just keeps on a trucking. And so when it was down to $6 over here hanging around the last few days, yeah, she's already went over her targets. That's why I raised them. She already went over her targets there. So, we got this target possible for our next wave up. I don't think it'll be as easy of a trip here. I'm gonna make this a little bit short on here. Not go all fibby out, but we'll get our target. So I've actually got a target of $21 here with possible $31. It looks like it likes the ones. I mean, at the moment anyway, 31, 21, 11. This one goes to 11. Sometimes they do that. That's where it landed right here, right? At $11. The bodies did. And 16 on the wicks. It was also 11 on this wick. Lots of 11s here. Lots of ones. Looks like it likes to go up $10 at a time. Looks like the big whales are just trading $10 increments on this. That's what it looks like. On their little buttons, they're saying, I'm too lazy to go dollars. I'm not going to go to the 10. I do that sometimes too. Not that I'm a whale, but on some of these coins, that the spread is so big that I just do that. Or whatever, or the thing. I just screw it. Come down and get it. Give me that discount. So we got that idea. And locally. Approaching the 618 Fibonacci at $12. Expect a little bumpy bump there, but she's got past it before, so I'd really kind of focus here. So she may slow down here, but the place that's worth kind of looking a little bit more to maybe get paid that we seem to be headed back to is be about right here. $14 for COAI. COAI. Also, 1516 is above it if she wants to get extra juicy. But our nice little, where'd you go? 21's up there. Ah, hell. Why you gotta be so weird? Alright. Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm going to fine tune me measure move if you don't mind. We're going to put it right down here. Oh, snap! I was off a little bit by hand, alright? And not as accurate by hand as you are by the fibs. We're going to go with this one. Right here, 21. It's still by the ones. By the ones, though. $21. You also got an honorable mention here at 18. We can put you out there. Some great little targets short term for COAI as it starts moving up a few. I mean, imagine if you got in at $7 and everything. We're looking at it over here, less, which is down. You'd already be up 72%, 135 to 170. If you're like a total degen right now, which I don't recommend, this is a 1 hour time frame, and she is toward the top area there already. But if you're already chasing, you'll flag chaser. A little hope that maybe you'll get an extra 13% there before she tries to make a decision at $14. We end up here, and after you went through a little drawdown or whatever and didn't sell it, you might be able to come out with about 52%. But a lot of times you might go up a little bit and then give it back. If you're trying to chase right now, I wouldn't chase. Best time we got it when she was down here, bottom of the trend line, testing that area. 5 cents. Easy to say in retrospect, but if you can understand that idea why it's happening, seen it happen enough times, like, man, those are really the good places. Looking for bottom patterns, even waiting for confirmations. You got it somewhere around $6-7. Where the breakout. Boom chakalaka. Or my little favorite trick that you see me use all the time, swing high to swing low. Tell me where the best juicy prices. Where's the woulda coulda shoulda been area for this guy? Anybody heard of the woulda coulda shoulda been? Wish I bought some more here when it was between $5.5 and even up to $8. Anywhere under $8 was the juicy let's stack a bag area. That's what I'm trying to get across with my Fibonacci strategy people, trying to tell you how you identify. Even if you don't nail the bottom, you can get in on the juicy bottom area, stack up a little bit, and then sell at some higher targets, right? If you swing traders, baby, I've got the alpha for you, swing traders. And most of you, I think, are mostly spot swing traders with some little perpetual futures in there, which probably don't do as good as your swing trading. Here's another way we've been looking at. This went on a crazy ride. This went from fractions of a penny up to 17, and then coming all the way back down. It went on a wild ride. I mean, it went crazy. Fractions of one. Fractions of some. And I've been working on this one for a while. They gave airdrops of just a little bit or something, I believe, of this. And I don't know, but finally I got me, when she was down here on the lows, I got me some more of this one at this price, and hanging on to it, letting it stake or whatever. It's got crazy interest return. It's like 50% APR on this by staking it, and I don't understand it, but it's starting to climb in price. I still don't even know what it's based on. It's Atom 1 on Cosmos ecosystem. Maybe because I don't even know if it's the same people. I'm just kind of speculating, but maybe since the Atom coins that's sucked in price things, maybe they got one that actually can do something. I don't know. I got to get more familiar with it. We give you guys a shout out and say hello. Let's come over and say where to my pump people. I have not forgot about you. It won't let me connect my wallet. I'll work on it later. I don't think it would let me connect my wallet either when I was trying. I couldn't over here. I don't know. Does it? I wonder, is that where is that what it has? The query rewards, or is it just from when it comes in on this platform? It's not just for the coin in general. I thought it would just be for the coin in general. Maybe it is for only just streaming over here. How's it do? I don't think it's moved any. It looks still the same. We're checking in on the ROAD Dawg coin over here. And am I on the... Sometimes this just don't seem right. I'm on the 1 minute, and I don't feel like we've got any... I feel like we would have more candles than what we got. I don't think this is accurate over here. If not for a 1 minute, there would be more candles. This thing is older than... Because this... 2130. October 14th. You say it is. I swear you're not the one. Well, we go to the 1 second. What do you look like? Are you going to give me a candle every 1 second? It's already been 1 second. You haven't gave me a new candle. Something is askew here on CoinGecko Terminal. But that seems to be where we are in price. I haven't found a good place to really track it for the price. But we're hanging and still in the good juicy buy zone for the ROAD Dawg crypto token. Just saying. There's Justin. There he is. You got to share this on your X and YouTube and pump it, fam. You know, I didn't think about doing any of that. Is there a way to share it from here? Oh, share. How cool is that? Yep, share on X. I'm a boomer. I'll give it a little like. We'll catch on, Justin. We'll catch on one of these days. I gotta get the hang of it. All right. Well, thank you guys for participating in this. If you have, and if you haven't, no sweat. Let me come back to the chat over here with YouTube. Hey, there's Bullish on Parade. How's it going? Good to see you. Oh, I'm way behind here. We got Meet Damien. On some of these whales, the spread is so big. We're talking about crypto, right? Dog, you should do a stock channel. I don't know enough about stocks. Now, James from In-Depth Answers, that's the kind of knowledge I would want from a stock person or something like that. And that's not me. Knowing about all the options and how to do all this. And I don't know. He just, and man, he can put things on spreadsheets and all this other stuff that my brain doesn't work that way. I don't know if you remember me mentioned LAC stock for a few weeks ago. LAC, it's not ringing a bell. It should. If I looked it up, it should. Lithium Americas. Woo, baby, look at you. You are $10. So this is rare earth stuff, right? I'm in LYS. Yeah, I'm in Linus Rare Earths. This is one that Jim mentioned here. And this is what it's been like. Oh, let me get off the 1 hour. This is what it's been like. It wasn't doing much. I bought down here and I'm like, curving, trend line, bottom of a trend line, breakout. This looks like a good place to buy, Jim. I'm gonna snag me some of this. And I took some profits when it got up, but I think it doubled a little bit. It didn't feel like it was going to do this. It just felt like something, right? And then I bought back in a little bit somewhere up, and she just keeps going. I should probably take some more profits, but every time I think that I should take some more profits, she just keeps on the trucking there. And we're getting a wow, you broke past trend line there. That's bullish AF. And if they're going to turn the money printer on, it's kind of making me wonder, is it going to stop? Because she's been having some green she's topped out, but this stuff, I don't know. Look at that Ichimoku clouds. That look like it's ready for us to roll over. Not even. So still looking for $18 out of this one. And oh man, I always do that. I get the wrong one. Bullish on Price says, nice. Jim knows his stuff. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, man, I appreciate the knowledge he shares. I mean, because he comes on and I mean, that's the stock world and commodity world. And I'm honored that he would even think enough to be here and hang out with me here on crypto or see what I have to, how I have to look at something or give me something to look at. That was cool, and that was great. He didn't tell me to get into it. We charted it, and I looked at it, and I said, you know what? I'm too heavy into Bitcoin-oriented things anyway. I need to kind of spread out. I'm glad I did, because MicroStrategy sure as hell hasn't done it. BlackRock had their best quarter ever. They definitely want some more of that crypto, and they're too good at getting it. BC says, what's up, dog? Hey, man, how's it going? Good to see you. Gator Swat says, UBXS is holding good. UBXS. Is that the So that's a token. I don't think I'm looking at the right thing. Whatever this is, it's got a green dot on the weekly. I don't think this. Are you talking about a stock or is this a crypto? Because I found a crypto or a token, which is I think we did look at it. She's still down in the bottom in the lower areas here, trying to make her move. That would be if whatever this is. If it's, I can't even remember whatever this is. It's a lottery ticket, but she's. I mean, that's the one. That's the lottery ticket that's going to give you the mostest. You can't go much. You can't get much closer to zero, right? But you'd have a better shot of going up to 5 cents than going to zero, in my personal opinion. Let's take a look at BNB here. Look at you, nice curvaceousness. Tell me there's not a bunch of pumping manipulation going in over here. So here's, you know, the smart person, and I wish I was in that mindset. But really, what we should be doing at this point in the market, like BNB starting to take the strength, right? Started taking the strength away from Ethereum, and it started showing those signs over here, right? Especially breaking new all-time highs and stuff. We should have been playing those ecosystems on Ethereum because that's part of it, right? You play the ecosystem that's popping off because not only did you go up and you make more target, you should be coming down from that, right? I would think. But like Cake is also doing good. And so we're sitting there sweating all these altcoins or nobody's wanting to buy and their bags aren't pumping. That's because all the attention is going to things like that. But as a trader part, rather than our investor part, I'm a little bit more heavy or invested in the investor part than I am the trader part at the moment. The investor part just kind of sucks and is on low funds right now. But the trader part, I'd be looking for some of those opportunities. Are you trying to come down to 11 something? There might be another retest of this area over here, 11. I'm worried this is a little bit higher and we're at resistance. If I got that color coded right, that should be the good pivot point. And is it over for BNB? It should get a decent correction. Oh, well, it did, didn't it? We got her. Okay. This would be the fib area I'd be looking for. 1088. You think you're going to do that? Let's take a look over here. Does that make sense for you over here? Let's take into account this wick and see if we can dial in what it's doing right here. Because the moving average is still pretty good. You're doing everything good for a possible run. All right. So I would not be trying to build a big position of BNB at the moment because this is literally the top. And if they want to distribute here, this is the perfect area for them to do it. This should be the end of its like third wave if we're going by Elliott wave theory or whatever, and we should get a correction. That's what should be happening here. Maybe we come back and test the trend line or test it should be 11,000 or 1,100 should be kind of normal, but it could be making a double top and we could be coming all the way back down. I would dare say to the wick. That'd be your measure move from that, wouldn't it? Not saying that this is what's happening, but this is a possibility. Oh, you're right on it. That's interesting. God, I hope that doesn't happen for a lot of these altcoins that we're at a top area and then we come back down to a measure move of some double top. That would suck. It's got the momentum for it, but with this, it needs a pullback. It didn't really give us enough right there. That was a no. So is it going up or going down, ROAD Dawg? Tell me. I don't know exactly what she's going to do, but we can come down and there we go. There we go. Oh, I like you that. I believe she'd be trying to get her little happy butt up there.
Waller alert.
But what I can say is that it's got to get past this area here or roll over. If it rolls over, we are looking for this area right down here to keep getting you. I'm going to label. Yeah, I think I already got a line there for you. Yeah, I already got the line there. 1083 if we roll over. However, if we start to coming up, we got to get past 1260 something. So I'm looking to see what's going on over here. Trying to head back up toward 13. This is nice. If we can pull this off, we might actually get a move up. A strong move. You think so? Let's go ahead and put you on the radar. Let's go ahead and put these targets over here for BNB, because it looks like she might have a shot. And if it's going to go up, it needs to make a higher high. So we'll put the bar before it, give it something to shoot for, and we'll notice another target here. Let's shoot for that 618. And just for poops and giggles, I'm just gonna label that measure move there. Oh my God, if we got a 2-hour stream going on, and I feel like I haven't covered very much, people, I'm sorry. And I've probably missed some coin requests and things like that tonight. I hope I haven't. Let me come back over here just to make sure I'm not missing anything, and especially in super chats. Oh, Gator Squatch! Sills Corp must be a hold, is a must hold. Stock will be fire. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Sills Q? Seal Q. Seals Q. Seriously, the sale. There's a. Let's go over here. Stocks. NASDAQ. Holy crap shot. That's on the 24-minute. Holy crap shot. That's on the 12-hour. That's still impressive. It's got strength behind it. It does have strength behind it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So how long has this been? This was January. This was January 25. So okay. So over this next year, it's starting to look like 2026 is going to be pretty good for stocks. Now I don't know why it would be horrible for crypto, but other than the 4-year cycle idea, maybe some people that's what they're disputing. I have heard from sources that a lot of people just laugh about, but early on about how this thing might be carrying into 2026. And of course, you'll hear about extended cycles and everything. We got to be cautious. I don't know that I would consider extended cycles for altcoins, okay? Even though we might go into 2026, early 2026 with altcoin boom, I wouldn't expect them to just continue on through 2026 in the bullish mind. There's going to be a decoupling here between Bitcoin and these altcoins, more and more, and there usually is, right? That's why we got Bitcoin dominance, in my personal opinion. So 1111, next target areas is right here at 14 and 17, right? That's not bad. Pretty good, pretty good. Might take it a minute to get there, but that's the ones that's worth. Is at $7 now. Let it double up. See, if you're patient with these stocks, you can pull your collateral out, because most of them just it's. Let me phrase it this way: if you learn trading by trading crypto, you are getting like boot camp training. Okay, so that when you go to the other markets like commodities, maybe I think even Forex. But commodities or the stock market, it is like so tame. It is like you feel like no sweat, man. Like you feel more comfortable there. You're in your stomping ground, and it ain't trying to take your money as bad, right? And like you get to win more. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're cutting your teeth on trading and even TA and stuff, or well, it's more the trading in crypto, and you transfer your skills over to the stock market, you're going to be a beast. If you're good, if you're doing good, even if you're just doing moderately good here in crypto, and you go to the stock market, you're going to be a beast. Because you're seeing a lot, you're getting a lot more experience and price action over here. It's elevated learning over here. The people in the stock market have been having to look over charts for years and all this, and wait for turtle speeds and things for that to see how things are going to. But we already get it. We already get in the rhythm of how the price movement structures, and then when you go over to look at the charts on the other ones, you're like, oh yeah, seen this before. Well, that's got a good probability. You know, it's I don't know how to explain it. It's just easier. It's just easier, and they're not trying to work against you as much as what we have in crypto. Not that they should work against us, but we've had choke point 2.0. We've had everything thrown at us to keep us down, just beating us down on the ground, and hell, it still ain't over. Now we got all the big money trying to snipe us out. So my gosh, we make it in this market. You definitely earned it, because they're still trying to just get us out of it, or take what's still from us, what we've worked so hard to get. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't really, you don't really love me. You just love my crypto. That's what one of my songs says. What about this one? Well, this is gold, basically. And you can get the token over here. Look at it, 4,100. Like, oh my God, it was over here at 34 forever. And look at that. It keeps going. I'm playing this one and I'm running out of it, because now I'm having to borrow some to try to. I'm playing the ranges on, you know. Here's what I do, man. I just layer up some targets up there, and then I come back and I find that I got cash, and then I just throw it back in the gold, and then I come up and I layer some more targets, and I come back and I see gold's down here again, and I got cash, and I just throw it back in, and I just keep doing that. And it slowly, it's a slow process, but the bag's starting to grow a little bit. It wasn't huge. I didn't maintain my conviction to keep putting my profits in the gold if I'd done that, because that was my conviction at the time. And then I lost it, and then changed mid horses and midstream to say, nah, I'll do something else. We're our worst enemies, people. We're our worst enemies. Flip-flopping, changing. Always trying to fix something, tweak it, when you should just, if you get a good plan, sometimes it seems like if you just have the first plan is a decent plan if you can just stick to it, but for some reason, it seems like always trying not to stick to it. Broke out of that, retested that. Maybe you up. Gold, baby, gold. Is it going to stop, man? We're headed toward $5,000 here, it looks like. Crazy. Anyway, we looked at Binance, and I was going to look at Cake too, because we mentioned that one. And I think, what was that? That's a line. That was a target. I think it was a target I was looking for it to hit. Here was 384. When was this? We recently nailed it. That was our target right there. Okay, I remember now. I was looking at this one, but at the time I was leaning more heavy on that one, and it didn't. And then it did that one. But I'm still taking this nailed it over here. 384. Tell you what you want, but everybody else does it. I'm doing it too. We're gonna do this for the algorithm. For the algorithm, man. It's all about that algorithm, man. Where are you? I need a good picture. Where are you, live stream? Late night live stream. Here you are. And our snap. That's. Where are you? Maybe we'll not do this. But anytime you get ready, mister. Yay! Nailed it! Just saying. Oh, got lines in my turkey face. So we got to take a picture of this, and then we copy it and we put it over into our vanity wall, because it just documents that our techniques have validity, right? That's the real reason. A lot of people are taking, I mean, I was seeing draw lines, put lines, technique to bookmap targets or whatever, but I can actually show you some consistency with how price reacts to these pivot points consistently. That's all I'm trying to do here. It's not a brag, really. What was this? This is Cake. So we go. Nailed it! Ah! Oh, wait a minute. We gotta have it up there. There we go. Oh man, I got lines going through my face. Nailed it! All right. So Cake. So since you got since you hit the targets, what you do now? That was a 618. You getting your little pull back. I'm looking for a 382 out of you. Where should we pull from, Wick? Oh no, we're pulling from the bottom here. 38. Oh, you went 0.5. Really? Well, you take me up over here. I'll put you over there. Okay, we got a measure move there, and then we should also have our, bigger fibs over here. Oh, you're 786. I got lazy on color coding you, didn't I? All right, so it's actually telling me this little zone over here looks really juicy for cake. So she's doing her little whatever consolidation right now, but I really like this. All right, so I got this juicy target area up here with cranberry sauce. See if we can hit it before Thanksgiving. I don't have a good solid line just yet. I think we probably got one more little test down, like maybe to 330 or something before we actually do kind of finesse our lines. If I had to look at what I've got here, if I take this and put it down here at the bottom, you can see what I'm doing there, kind of suggests this angle, and that we might retest the 21 or the 100 moving average there. So cake might be coming down a little bit, which would be a nice little place to get an entry. And if I take that idea and I do put it over here, I do say I got some respect there. Maybe not perfect on that trend line, but enough that I'll keep paying attention to that idea, right? That's an 04 hour. If we're looking on the 15 minute, she's like, what are you doing, man? Is this good or bad? You're all they're just having a big old orgy over here trying to figure it out. I would say you just got a good chance to come up and retest that again. Let's hope. But all those moving averages just all slithering around each other like some little sickening snake. Oh, look at you. Got an eighth fender triangle. Well, since this is a continuation pattern, and well, patterns, if a continuation patterns, we look for them to continue up from the impulse move, which is not all the way down from here. You want to take this really, that's the normal way to do it. If you want your target to try to hit the pivot area a little bit more correctly than some measure move to some target that doesn't get hit, but you clap your hands and say, yeah, we're going up there. Yeah, look how good we did. We took that. I don't know. I like to have areas that I can at least depend on if they're going to do something. So if we can get a breakout, it's suggested that we're it's close to a 6-1 to a nice little fib area. We'll put a measure move over here. And of course, this is going to be I gotta put notes or I won't remember stuff. This is a descending. It has 53% chance to break the upside, by the way. I'll throw this up here. The descending. That's that one up there somewhere. And take it off. Oh my God, we've been going for 2 hours. I gotta quit making this a habit, but it's all this. The show is brought to you tonight by what keeps me up all night and is making my life hell. Probably because caffeine late at night's never a good idea, and I ran out of chicory, but good ass coffee. Let it ruin your life today. Let it make your family wonder why they hadn't seen Daddy in a few days. Oh my God, I'm so ready for this market to just stop doing all this crap and just go up. I am so done with this market. For real. You're wearing me down, man. So look, head and shoulder to the downside per Bitcoin. I'm sure people would be saying that now too. So how are we doing Bitcoin? We were looking for a hopium. I was seeing it as being kind of bearish when I came in, but then it started turning around, right? Looking a little spiffy here. Lost that little guy. I'm concerned about that, but we're holding this. So as long as we're holding this, I'm good. I'm looking for a bounce. We're trying to lose this 50 moving average here. That's not too great. A lot of people say, let's tell their head and shoulder. Maybe it'll be, maybe it will be. I don't know. I mean, that's a top pattern. There's resistance, and it could be. And that would bring us down to our juicy little area that we was looking at before, if that's happening. This is my first thesis here, but we're trying to look at these areas for Bitcoin. Just a recap here. If by the grace of God we can bounce here, we got higher areas and we're trying to hit here, right? For Bitcoin. If we lose that area, which could happen, and I don't know, it depends, then we're trying to come down and test this trend line area, which is also, I believe, we Fibonacci'd you out. We fibbed you out too. 0.5 Fibonacci would be the place that we're looking for here. Let me tighten you up a little bit. Tighten the game up, ROAD Dawg. Oh, gosh. Stop being so sloppy. This guy right here. All right, color code it. Color code it. All right. Gosh darn it, man. But, oh, did you move? Oh, I'm glad we did this. I had to readjust here. That would affect my nailedness. I want to keep my nailedness as accurate as I could, and that's from these guys right here. Please bounce here. There's still a chance this might happen, but we got to break the trend lines where it does. If we do lose these areas, I mean, we got places we can stop, but I wouldn't put it past them to pull something like this out. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Just be careful. Be careful. Stops in place, and so you won't get caught up or anything. For at least some portion of a position or something. There is also a measure move from the double top, or if it does a head and shoulders, it'd be the same measure move that can take us down here too. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin. And meanwhile, altcoins are over here trying to figure out live too. Looks like they're getting a little juicy. $13 COAI. We talked about that earlier today when we first came on the stream. What are you doing, COAI? This one, I'm glad I just got a little bit. She's going up to our target. Seemed crazy at the time, didn't it? But now look at it. Now what do you say? Will it stop there? I don't know, man. Sometimes we want to go through a little bit. I hope not, but usually we get a reaction. I'm just saying, that's a 786 fib, I believe, right? Yeah, we should see something. But since we're already up there, I don't want to leave you hanging with a possible bonus target in case we get a little spiffy. Oh my gosh. You got to fine tune it. What if I wouldn't have nailed it? Well, you gotta nail it. Okay. The 886 Fibonacci, some people don't believe in it. Some people don't even know about it. We knows about it because when it comes to harmonic training, that comes in big. It comes in bigly, very bigly for bottomsies and topsies. Yeah. For bottomsies and for topsies, if you haven't noticed the recurring thing that happens there. Well, as above, so below, and all that good kind of stuff that is totally true. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, as above, so below. Here's a coin I've got to take a look at because this was really huge last cycle. And it was just it just blew everybody away out of nowhere. It was one that started out small and then gained some traction, and then you're like, probably nothing. Kind of like COAI and some of these others that we see, Zcash and all that other, just keep going. It's starting to it's a game. It's starting to gain some traction. I don't see, it's supposed to be a boring ass game. Maybe they changed it, but a lot of people in Asia made a lot of money in some of the other countries over there where money means a little bit more than it does here in the United States. And it was really good to them, and they were able to change their life significantly. So I'm all for that. Oh wow, we hadn't looked at this in forever. I don't know that it can get back to those levels, but that would be the use case. If it can make them some money and enough money to make it worth their time, then yeah, they could have their own self-fulfilling prophecy again. But they always said it was a boring ass game to play and all this, and you had all kinds of things. You had guilds going on, and then the people who made money in it trying to hire out other people to work for them or giving them opportunities to get in because everything was so expensive. This thing is 49 cents right now, but I kid you not, it was $80 something. I know. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? I really don't know if it can do it again, but it's starting to get a lot of traction now. It's a game, but one that you could earn. And if you're going to play a game, I'd rather play one that you could earn, but they did say it sucked. And not only that, it also had some other... Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Axie Infinity. This is Alice. It's another game. It is a game, but it didn't do as well as the one I was thinking that it was. Okay, so it didn't get to $80. This is not the one that got to... But I think it did get around 19 though. And it's at 49. It's a game. I mean... If that's your thing, I'm not going to, because I'm the gaming thing. I really don't have conviction for games in blockchain. I don't, and the adoption's not there. And if it is, it'd be seamless where you wouldn't know about it and not really relevant. And some kind of layer 2 solution could take care of their gaming stuff, and it doesn't even have to be decentralized unless you're trying to do some other stuff. I don't know. I don't think it's quite time or that important for it. Personally, doesn't mean I'm right. This is Alice. Let's take a look at Alice. My neighbor Alice. This is the one. Okay. 49 cents. $45 million market cap. Okay. All-time high. Oh, it's $40. It got up to $40. And that is what the frenzy and hype, when something catches on in this last leg of the market, that is something that can happen. It's very low as 25 cents, which is 4 days ago. So she's at her all-time low. So if there was a chance to get in on it, or if you wanted to, the tokenomics are not that bad. Look, for gaming tokens, you know, they like to go into the billions and trillions, don't they? For a lot of them, which just makes stupid. But this one's at least got 100,000 or 100 million, right? So for tokens, that's not too bad. So maybe, I don't know, what are they doing anything? I don't know. Or is it just you're just generating some buzz because you're down so low or something? But you can play. Can we see what it looks like? 113,000 other players. Is that total people who have played? Currently, that's not just playing live, is it? If I go there, I don't think I would. I hit that. Oh, you're actually doing this? Okay. What we got going on here? Verifying some game data here. Web GPU disabled on your browser. Please enable Web GPU support on your browser instructions. You can continue, but some features may not work properly. All right, so I've apparently got you overloaded or something. I don't want to hurt my stream. All right, we don't need to. But can we get? They got a market. I don't know. Do we have pictures of it? Can we get pictures of it? I'd rather just. So I mean, just a game and things, but it's got its own little ecosystem. There's several little things out there, kind of like it. Oh, a map of the land. There was DeFi Kingdoms, which George, which is doing the Clash token right now, that he was really into, and I got into, and then it kind of flopped. I mean, they're good. They're still trying to do some stuff, I think, but the hype died down, and then the money dies down when the hype dies down on everything, including DeFi pools and people going over there to use it, which makes everything just kind of bleh. So hype is everything in crypto. And if you realize that, it can, I don't know, keep you out of trouble a little bit more. Keep you from going into things too heavy and stuff, I believe. When the hype goes, so does the money. And so this is Alice. It's technically good places to buy if you want to go for it. If it ever gets up to $40, that's awesome. Oh gosh, it does kind of make me want to pick up like 20 bucks for it just to see if it'd go to $40. Because that would be a come up. See, it's little plays like that, but then you end up like with a wallet full of a bunch of these little tokens. They're like, oh my god, is this ever going to do anything? Why did I do that anyway? Well, I got too many coins. No, I can't manage this. And then they pop off, and maybe you're so busy. It just, you know. Sometimes life does not work out the way that we want it to inside our heads. That's been my personal opinion here. Look, Pendle, a nice little parabolic move that just pizzled out. You suck. Pendle's at 355 again now. that has historically been a pretty juicy place to buy it, since it likes to hang around $6 or $7 at some points in this market. And yeah, kind of groupie, kind of cool. Let's see what we got here. So you're in just a resistance area. It's hard for you to get over $5 now. Why is that? Why has it got to be like that, darling? Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. When she bounced from the good juicy buy zone all the way up to the 382 and above, like a lot of things did with that big ass drop. To me, everything's pointing at this 450 area. Even your eyeballs could see that. Got a bearish cross happening there, which we're starting to see on a lot of things. I think some similar bearish things here, but I hope we're not coming down any further on a lot of these coins. If they do, there's some good juicy buy areas, so don't want to buy too much now. I'm trying to, when we were dropping down the first times and everything, I was going really heavy and building some bags, and some of those altcoin bags have held and some of them have not held as well, and the Bitcoin definitely has not held. I had a huge ass position on Bitcoin, but given the fluctuations in our markets, it's given me, I've had to, you know, layer out stops and it dwindles down, and then I'm like, so my dreams of getting this big ass bag of Bitcoin while she's at her lows and just riding it on up, yeah, they don't always play out. They rarely do, but they do get me up to a certain point, and then maybe we got enough to start all over again. We're just going a little bit more moderate until we figure out what the hell is going on in the market. Because once we get going, then I can definitely add on. Then everything going up, and then you got more margin to work with, and then you can really pile it on. But taking the chances down here is just, it just sucks. 800 moving average. You better hold here, Pendle. You better hold. I hope you hold. That's a pretty decent price for you to hold. If you do want to come down lower, well, that would suck. I can't imagine you coming down here again, but. What we got? 1, 2. Do you have your Elliot? Are you counting waves? Elliot seems to think we're on your C wave and you should start going up, and I kind of like that idea. Let's go up, Elliot. Make it happen, darling. Let's see if we can get back to 455. Yeah, we did. From where we are now, what would that look like? Well, that would look like 25% gains. If we got back up to where we were hanging around at about $6, about 75%. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been going way too long. I'm going to have to catch up with the chat over into the end screen, and I can still look at maybe a coin or two over there if necessary. But I'm sorry, the stream kind of got away from me and everything, and I just went down on things to look at. Trying to get a feel for the market here and not lead us into destruction. And we're at $8,000 market cap for the ROAD Dawg, for the ROAD coin, the ROAD Dawg crypto coin. And so are you? I'm on the 1 second, but you're not really the 1 second. I don't know why you keep telling me that. But we're gradually going up, gradually moving up. We're at 5 zeros and 8 is where we are right now. 5 zeros and 8. So thank you to everybody who's been playing the game. Oh, $8,000. We're still going up a little bit. Can we see the buy? Are there buys? Can we see? There was a way to do that, and I keep forgetting. Look, I finally got able to put some pictures over there, but I can't put just anything over there. I tried to put Sean's picture over there, and I don't understand why. I was trying to do this. Can I buy it? Can I find it? Oh my gosh. I shrunk it and everything else. I tried to add it as results from... I do not like this song. Every time he comes on, I gotta figure out which one this is and take it off. Results from first stream. I've been trying to post it over there, but for some reason, it just doesn't seem to want to do it. And why you're taking forever, I don't know. See, I don't get it. But it did let me post my thumbnail 2 times, so I've been doing that. Shout out to you guys over here at pump.fum. Thank you for watching over there on that platform and supporting the channel and supporting the project. Elvis took when he went to the Bahamas, says DZ14. How's it going, DZ? ROAD Dawg, tracks built for Big, is that you, Ave? Are you over there? Is that you guys? That's awesome. Win Lambo. I wish Lambo would come today. Oh, I still got stuff on the screen over there. Just noticed that. ZBCN is up 16%. Is it really? Is it up? Because, man, that one just seems so slow. I got out of my position because she was just. It wasn't a big position. I was just testing it, but it just hung out at the same area. I was like, clearly I need something that moves. Starting to move, okay. I can see that. So we're squeezing up in a symmetrical triangle type shape. Those are tricky bastards. I never met one that I liked because they like to do the rabbit run. What's the rabbit run? Well, this is a good example of the rabbit run right here. She'll go off one side, the other side, and come up the other side and go. I call it the rabbit run. She went like this and then this, and I'm like, well, that's typical. That's typical behavior for these little bastards because, in my personal opinion, what they do is kind of signify that we're in a range, for real. So instead of us breaking out and going to Valhalla, maybe we got a chance, but a lot of times we end up in a range and we just have to follow this. The best way I found is just to take your trend lines and just X them out. X them out because you got support, resistance, flips, resistance. You see all that, and put it on the candle bodies, and this is how I play the old symmetrical triangle. I cross it out, and we should see reactions on the trend lines. Like right now we're in resistance, so she could easily just keep coming down, or if it pops up, it's more than likely right up above this line here. Sometimes it might pop in here and do something. You'll see it react to the trend lines if you exit out like this. And I just found that makes it easier to kind of track it. Because if you're above a trend line, you're good. If you're below it, well, you're fighting it, right? And you could come lower. Easiest way to play it. And there's still resistance up ahead if you see it from this point of view. So, but this would be a good time to probably pull out the. I should just call it the Frankie Candles tool. It's the fixed rate volume profile. It's got a different story depending on where I put it there. Let's try it over here. It kind of gives you a little range. Kind of makes a little bit more sense for right now. Honestly. It's got the green dot here on the daily saying she wants to try to do something. So maybe we'll get a little reaction. I would look at these areas here, 0.005. It's such a tight squeeze though. There's just, what we got, 22% to 40%. That sounds pretty decent. That doesn't sound as bad. It doesn't feel like it moves as much though. All right, everybody, thank you for hanging out. 16 people. Everybody's left because I'm taking on here too damn long. I'll see you on the end screen. If I missed a comment and everything, I'll try to catch up there. But yeah, just had too much to go over tonight, I believe, to kind of try to get a good grounding on the market. So thanks for hanging out with me and hearing my mindset, and as I walk through it, and even try to figure out, it's not like I come on here knowing exactly what I'm going to present. I'm figuring this out, as we're updating it, as we're looking at it. And I was a little bit more bearish than when I came on, but we're still kind of hanging out there, right? We'll see. Go to the end screen here. We went over the ideas. I haven't changed what I thought Bitcoin was going to do. Are you dropping, darling? And there we go. We did not get the bounce, so we are doing the droppy drop for Bitcoin. She has already went through our first target over here. Did not hold the 382. It might. It's trying to. See if we can. Are we getting any respect over here on the 1 minute? Hell no. We're coming down to 115. Our target that we're looking at. And hopefully we won't enter S's over here, but if we do, this is where we need to bounce. That's kind of the measured move from there too. So I guess the thumbnail was right after all. Look, shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside. We gave it a chance. We gave it some hopium and it let us down, Bitcoin. Stop us out. Let us get you cheaper. They're playing games with us over these next days. But how's our altcoins acting? Oh, they'll be scared at first here. But how is total 3 year acting over here? She's still hanging tight on the 4 hour. That's what I'm looking for. Interesting. Let's take a look at total 3. Pulling back, but not as bad as Bitcoin, right? That's an interesting thing. So I'm not seeing it hitting altcoins yet, and I'm not sure if it's going to. And we got Bitcoin dominance. Check it real quick. It's continuing to come down too as Bitcoin. Oh man, if Bitcoin is going down and not coins are going down, then oh, okay, I believe the altcoins stay steady, right? So they're not dropping too bad yet. Not bad yet. Okay, well that's kind of cool. I would safeguard yourself in case we do visit lower Bitcoin. All right, Alice and Theta are my sticky notes, this Strega. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Gator Squatch is $2. Thank you again for the super chat, Gator. Appreciate it. Oh man, I hit the wrong button. Oh, what is this? Thank you, ROAD Dawg, for all your time in making trading great again. We're making it great again, but it's wearing me out. I feel like it's wearing me out. Dog, I'm going to make a Gator Squatch coin this week on pump.fum. Hey, man. Try it. See if you get traction over there. The first day was the best. Watch over to do a pump and dump on your first day, though. It seems like there might be a trend. And they say maybe if you can announce. I didn't even announce it before because, you know, you create the coin, then I thought it wouldn't go live until I went live. So I just did a test stream. And I think if you plan it out instead of doing a test stream, just advertise it first, you might have better. It seems to be what they've been telling me anyway, so I'm just passing on the knowledge. What I didn't do, maybe it worked better for you. Joe from Trade Intuition, you're still here? Why are you up so late, Joe? I'm trying to go to bed, but I've been drinking coffee, so now I can't. Damn it, something didn't work out right. I feel like I'm my own worst enemy here. We're still there. This is the 1 minute chart that has not moved in hours or even a new candle. I don't know how they call this a 1 hour chart. I go on the 1 second chart and it's still there. From the same place it was 10 minutes ago, same candle. Tell me how this works, people. Tell me how that works. Oh, look at you, Curly. You're over here on pump.fum. Brace yourself. The fun ain't over. This is the market. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, right. I can do price over. I forgot. I can do price. That's market. This is price. You're a stupid turkey. Present ho does it. So I was looking at market cap, but I can do price. Okay, cool. So the price is 5 decimals and 8 right now. Oh, now I can. Yes. This is better. All right. Now we got a little something to work with. Maybe a little resistance up there. And this is the 1 hour. Oh snap! Now we got okay, cool. Now I got something I can work with. I couldn't work with what I had before. All right, we got a nice trend line of higher lows on the ROAD coin, the ROAD Dawg crypto coin. Now I got some stuff that I can work with here. Let's see if we can chart this little Boston. You called the coin a bastard. And I ain't his daddy. I guess I am his daddy. All right, I'm his daddy. But it's not your daddy's crypto, Cordave. See what I did there? All right, so background color. Oh, we want the prices. But I do like my prices on the other side. Now that you mentioned it, I'm just saying I like my stuff I got on the right side. I'm just saying I'm a little more right than left. I've just noticed as I get older, especially, kind of like things a little bit more on the right than I do on the left. Just saying. I don't know, something about God and country and family just rings true with me rather than I'm just gonna screw everybody over and say screw you and steal and take everything and spread hate and call people names. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out on all the fun, but just seems to have a little bit better rewards in life than not.
Can we get to 88? Can we go up another 10% there? I would like to see it happen someday. Thank you, everybody, for participating, whoever did. And again, no sweat if you didn't. Gator says, I don't have to have a channel to do the coin, do I? Well, I mean, you will on pump.fum. It'll create one. You don't have to go live at the moment. But I think going live is part of it, right? So you'll but they give you the option to use your own computer camera. You don't have to have like OBS set up or anything like that. You can, but you can just, stream like you're doing a FaceTime call or whatever, however you're doing. Turkey is as turkey does. I tried, I cried, I will come again. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one. Hey dog, I don't have all these I don't have all these platforms. Is there a way to get another channel to help support the coin? I don't understand if I'm understanding what you're saying. Now, by platforms, when you're saying platform, I'm seeing YouTube as a platform and pump.fum as a platform. So that's what I'm interpreting as being platforms. And you do not have to have a YouTube channel to have a pump.fum thing. It just, it's just, let's see if I can explain it. Like over here, I come over to here where I have the coin. You make the coin, you create the coin, and then when you click the coin, it'll take you over here, and then it'll have a little button over here that says live stream, and then it'll put you over to here, and then you're there. So your wallet or your address or whatever, that's you. And you see everybody that's over here streaming right now. Look at this. He's got a market cap of 28,000 on his coin, LTI. So streaming, I think, is part of these are what is this? Pump.fum company. Buyback. Huh. This one's about the same market cap that I am. It's got a little puppy that's... I don't know. I don't think it's live or anything right now. This guy's live. His coin's about the same level as ours is. Or mine is. So we're kind of on average here at sea. Hey, there we are. Look. I gotta say, that looks kind of cool over there. He's got, oh my God, he's got a $517,000 market cap on his coin already. Crow Show. And so he's just sitting there with, I don't know if he's using the platform's camera, or because you can, it'll give you that option, or it gives you the keys that you'll put into your OBS, and then you can just do it. What's this? Is this a movie? Can you stream a movie? These people have got some pretty decent market caps over here, 160, and all they're doing, I think, is making coin and streaming about whatever. What is this? So what are they, just looping videos or is this a live stream? What's this, live? Well, I don't know if you can actually do like upload videos over here. It seems like it's more centered for live streams, but I think it'd be a good place to have videos too, right? Kind of compete with YouTube. All right, well, the all-time high was $46.3 million market cap. Are you guys really making those kind of numbers over here? And I'm like, well, hopefully maybe ours will grow up too. My gosh, if it got up to $18,000 market cap, that would be awesome. But I don't know if it just takes time to get there. But here's another guy. He's got a coin that's market cap of 50 million. He just tries. That looks like he's actually using the pump.fum camera, right? Your computer camera. So I don't think you have to do anything too crazy for it to generate something, right? I don't know. I don't have the channels. I don't do Instagram or Snapchat or anything. Well, you don't have to though. Obviously, it's just promote on X. Yeah, I guess. And I should have done that too. I wasn't even thinking about it. That's what Justin was saying tonight. I was like, oh gosh darn it, that's such a newbie's mistake for somebody with a new channel not to go out and try to let people know you're doing it. Howdy, creatures. Sorry, Dusty, we're getting ready to head out. All right, I've been going for 2.5 hours. Nobody's ever going to watch this stream ever. What do you keep shaking over here? Dog with cap? What is this? 6 seconds to snipes. Oh, is this something? What is this? Oh, it's a new coin. So this is what they do. I think they just run it up. This one just opened up, so they run it up and then they dump it down more than likely. Higher, something. So this is what it looks like when they first start, and you get people over here doing. And so pump it up and then dump it down is what I'm predicting happens on when you first have one, right? I think that's. I would dare say that's probably a common theme to experience over here. It's at a $32.7 million or $1,000 market cap, but they're making some bank over there with that. And I see the appeal for them to do it. It's up 21% just right off the bat. And if it does happen to continue going up, well, then that's so much the better. So I feel bad. You're moving a lot faster than mine, and you're not even streaming. You just got a cute name. So this was, but it was created 8 months ago. This is. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. If this was created maybe the account was created 8 months ago, and maybe they just decided to launch a coin or something. I don't know. I haven't figured this stuff out at all yet. It's interesting though. Meanwhile, Bitcoin continues to dumpy dump down toward our area here. Start a ROAD Dawg crypto community forum on X. I didn't know you could do that. Huh. Mr. Ethereum. Well, if you rewind, at least you can fast forward it through some stuff. That's the benefit of a long ass stream. You can just let them go through whatever charts that you're looking at. Oh yeah, I don't have X either. I don't do much on X, but I need to look and see what they're doing over there. I use Grok a lot though. Grok is getting some stuff that I haven't even tried out. It's starting to do video and all this other stuff. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you again on the next one. Hopefully a shorter one. And I gotta get some sleep. This market's killing me. It says get X, you need it. X is the main. That's true. Crypto Twitter. It's not where I go, but that's where. You get X, you get Grok for free, or a version of it, right? Mr. Ethereum says, "Watch out for Bitcoin retrace. Nonetheless, Bitcoin can close at 120. I know she's just right at the. What are they going to do to us? What kind of shenanigans are they trying to pull on us to shake us out of our Bitcoin at this Q3 leg up only part of the market? And it pisses me off. I don't got anything for you to technically do this, but this is what I'm looking at. I'm still looking at the 886786 area. Good night, everybody. See you on the next one then. Good night, John boy.